as the soft glowing light from the sun sets on the horizon. We await the golden hour of a golden era. The sun knows no limits. It is here. It is there. Unignorable. Stare at your own risk. Sun's up.
Suns up on a new era of Suns basketball. Welcome to our tip-off special. I'm Tom Leander. It all started back in May with the hiring of Holbrook, Arizona native Mike Budenholzer. And who better to introduce Coach Bud than the legend Al McCoy in his final public appearance.
It is a great honor for me to present to you now a coach that loves the game of basketball, the coach of the Phoenix Suns, Mike Budenholzer. Mike, come on out here and Shazam for you, my friend.
Yeah, special moment. Childhood hero, childhood legend for me, and to be surprised with him standing out there and introduce me as the head coach of the Phoenix Suns, surreal.
Yeah, I think it meant a lot to him. You know, he's from Arizona. You know, Bud grew up watching and listening and seeing the Phoenix Suns his whole life, and so I think it's really probably special for him.
Yeah, something I'll always remember, and appreciative of his friendship and relationship and his influence on not just me, the whole state, you know, all basketball fans, all Suns fans. A special man.
I mean, having Bud's been great. You know, he's so excited to be back home, and being home means a lot to him, and it means a lot to us because we have a coach who truly just wants to make his mark.
We're so excited Coach Bud is here. You know, when Matt James and I met at the end of the season, that was priority one. That's how we make sure we have a great leader here, lead our team both on the court and off the court.
I mean, he's a competitor, you know, to the highest degree. He preaches being competitive, and that's the language I speak.
From day one, just his sense of urgency, right? He wants to get things corrected. You know, he wants things to be effective and efficient, you know, throughout the rest of the year.
I mean, I loved playing for him for 2 years in Milwaukee. I think he's a great coach.
He's just been in constant communication with us since the day he got the job, and I'm looking forward to learning and going out there and playing as hard as I can for him.
Coach Bud is a great person, you know, first and foremost off the court, extremely down to earth, very caring, you know, family guy, and then that translates to on the court.
I mean, I think, you know, most businesses and most things in life are relationship based, and sports and coaching and playing aren't any different.
He's built really good relationships, and that's going to matter over the course of the season.
Yeah, just getting to know Coach Bud as a man first, having conversations just about basketball life in general.
It's really probably the most important part of coaching. You know, I know people see the timeouts and the sideline and the practices, but hopefully it's the stuff that happens, you know, away from the court, building relationships with the players that allows us to be successful.
It's going to be a fun year, but, you know, we're going to get after it. And, you know, we're following his lead. You know, he's a winner. You know, he's won it. And, you know, we're ready to rally behind him.
The Suns are already rallying behind Coach Bud, and everyone seemed to notice a different vibe at training camp.
It's been intense, getting after it, competing. Coach has done a good job of implementing his system and how he expects us to play.
Great energy in here, fresh energy, new energy. There's been a lot of conditioning, a lot of hard work, a lot of competing, and, you know, fun at the same time.
The great thing about this team is we got competitors already. We got guys that take pride in who they are as individual players, and when you have that along with a coach that's preaching competition every time he brings us together as a team, that helps, you know. So we're all on the same page when it comes to that.
You know, trying to lead by example, lead by voice. It's that time of year where, you know, you get to work the kinks out and, you know, just develop a chemistry and identity.
We got to be able to play fast. We got to be able to play when it slows down. We got to find something that fits our group, but certainly playing fast is part of that.
It's all about pace and setting up guys to launch and knock down threes in Bud's system. During the offseason, there was a lot of talk about the Suns signing a point guard, and they signed Monte Morris early in free agency as a backup. But then there were rumblings about possibly signing Tyus Jones. But there was no way Phoenix could get him on a veteran minimum deal, except that's exactly what went down.
In the right corner, Tyus Jones a three. That one's good. Jones lights it up.
we got Tyus on the steal. Just an incredible talent, somebody that, you know, I've been at it with him since camp ball.
I mean, at first I didn't think that we had a chance of him coming to Phoenix.
Yeah, Grayson, that's my brother. He was the first person to tell me, like, look, don't have any hesitancies to come here just because, you know, I started.
For me, I feel like personally I've gotten better than last year. So if I'm moved to the bench, that means our team's even better. So I'm all for it. I'm happy about it. I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to our team.
Like, I'll come off the bench. Like, we need you, and we need you to come here and start and be our point guard.
I think he already knew this. Like, I didn't have to say it, and Coach Bud already knew it. I didn't have to say it, but I was all for bringing him in. I think he makes our team a lot better. I'm glad he's going to be our starting point guard.
It says a lot about him, but it's also something that I'm not surprised because that's who Grayson is.
Everybody seems willing and ready to, do his best for the team and help the guy next to you out. So I'm looking forward to Tyus, playing his game, but also adapting to us as well.
For me, coming here, I'm trying to allow them to just do what they're all great at, and that's putting the ball in the basket and scoring at a elite level.
There's not a lot of point guards out there now. A lot of point guards are elite scorers now. So to plug in a guy like that with the 3 scorers that we have, I think is really good.
Incredibly fortunate to have, Tyus end up as our starting point guard. We really feel like it puts, Brad and Book and really the whole team in their comfort spot and in their position to be their best.
The day they were mentioning, that he may be a possibility, I was smiling, but then when he signed, it was like, can't stop smiling, right? So you get to embrace the role that you've thrived in for your whole career.
Obviously last year, they were all asked to do a little bit more or different things than they're, probably used to.
I'm just happy that the world will get to see it now that, you'll be in a winning situation and, we'll have some big time games to, see how talented he really is.
It was just too good of a situation to pass up on.
The Suns doubled down on playmaking point guards and big men. Not only did the Suns sign Monte Morris, but they also landed Mason Plumlee to back up Nurk, and both are ecstatic to be in the Valley.
I'm a kid in a candy store. It's all, I can grab whatever I want. That's how I'm feeling. I'm just here, to make the game easier on them. Less energy, get to their spots, and let them do their thing. And if they ever get in trouble, like I always tell them this whole month, I'll be there to knock it down for them.
Just looking at the roster, being excited about how talented it was, and then when they signed Coach this offseason, I've always respected, his teams. He's had success everywhere he's been, so something's working, and I wanted to play for him and with the guys that were already here.
Coming up, Book and KD are 2 of Phoenix's featured attractions for acquiring free agents to come to the Suns. But they were also 2 keys to Team USA winning gold in Paris this past summer. We will have that story on the other side.
Yeah, it was incredible having that opportunity to represent your country, your family name, the state you come from. It just furthered our relationship and our friendship. Somebody that I've always admired.
Yeah, it was really special seeing both of them not only represent the Phoenix Suns, but America, and also they were 2 of the best players out there competing at the highest level when the games mattered at the highest level. We know what they're capable of, and those are 2 of the best players in the world.
Building relationships with our players is critical to our success, to my success as a coach. So going to see Book and KD in Paris for the Olympics was great.
They were awesome. I think just them both excelling in their role. If we didn't have either of them, I don't think we have a gold medal. So credit to our guys.
And for all these guys to come together for the greater good, playing for our country, and winning a gold medal was nothing short of amazing.
Hard to put to words, something that I'll talk about forever, something that the world will probably talk about forever.
2 biggest moments of the tournament. Probably 2 biggest moments that I've been a part of in USA basketball. He was able to come through for us, which was cool to see.
That was some of the best basketball I've ever seen in my life, with the talent that was out there, not only from the USA, but across the world.
It was complete insanity. And even me being on the court, I was still taking it in. And every time it left his hand, I was like, there's no way that's about to go in. And sure enough.
It's cool that, having some teammates go out and do that. And, bring some of that winning mentality, winning culture back here to Phoenix.
We all did it with so much pride. We stepped into different roles, which allowed us to, which made us sacrifice different parts of our game, and we all came out there with that common goal, which was to win.
Nobody asked about Devin. He was incredible this entire run. Just what he does, play to play to play. Rock solid, completely changed his role from the NBA to now. He was kind of our unsung MVP. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, it was definitely an honor. Especially there was no question about it. He took it out of his goodwill to just, close the media with that compliment.
Book was great at, playing a specific role, guarding the best player, knocking down shots, just playing his game.
Just the trust level. Somebody that, has won at the highest level so many times, and to us to be in some uncomfortable situations and trust me to be on that floor was, probably the biggest honor of the summer for me.
Didn't complain about anything, just go out there and did whatever coach needed him to do. And, one of those roles we needed filled throughout the Olympics, and he went out there and filled it with as much pride and joy as anybody.
Develop a closer friendship and just see the work and the longevity that, he's put into this game is incredible. So, another person that, I've been around that is going to go down as one of the GOATs.
It was exciting doing it with my teammate. We got to hang out off the floor as well and build our bond there too. So it was a great summer.
Book and KD teamed up for their second gold medal together and Durant's record 4th overall. Last year, they joined forces with Bradley Beal, but injuries derailed their season's promise. Now healthy and rejuvenated, Bradley Beal is much more comfortable heading into year 2 in Phoenix.
Feet are planted, right? So I feel like definitely a lot more comfortable.
I mean, I know what he's capable of. I've competed against Brad, my entire career, and, he was the one that, set the bar.
He's a really, really special player. He's accomplished a lot in this league, and, I think us tapping into his skills, he's got an athleticism, a burst that you need.
Great backdoor cut, and Beal brings the boom.
Brad's gotten the whole year here. He's healthy, he feels great, he looks great. I think continuity matters. While we made changes with, Coach Bud and Tyus, having Brad, Devin, Kevin, Nurk, Grayson, Royce, who all played together last year, those guys back, make a big impact.
We all came and took a summer with somewhat of a chip on our shoulder to prove to ourselves that we were better than what we displayed last season. So I think everybody's coming in here with that type of mentality, and Brad is no different, and we're looking forward to him being even more comfortable as each day goes past, because we need him to be at his best.
For him, it was more health than anything last year. I don't think he had a bad season in any form. So, I know he feels he has a lot to prove, and we all feel that way too. So it's going to be exciting.
For all players, being healthy is important, and I think Brad's had a great summer. I think Brad's in a great headspace.
Brad's going to be different in a great way. Last year, coming in with the injury and trying to play catch up, he was fighting so hard to get back up to speed, and by the time he was finally able to find himself, the season was basically over.
Last year we had a lot of stuff going on. We're fortunate that we got that year under our belt. Obviously it took time, and it's going to continue to take time, but now we can hit the ground running.
We feel like he could be the difference maker. So it's a big challenge to me, a big challenge to Brad to get the best out of him and find how the whole group fits together, not just Brad.
That's just been my mindset. That's my goal the whole year, is just have fun. Have fun being who I am and who I know I can be, and embrace that role again.
Beal is back to being himself and relishing his role under Coach Bud. The Bosnian Beast is another starter that looks to have a new and expanded role under Mike Budenholzer. And despite being sidelined in the preseason with a finger injury, Suns fans can be assured that Nurk will do whatever it takes to be Bud's man in the middle.
Nurk is down to do whatever coach needs him to do, and that's what makes him a consummate pro.
We're definitely going to push, Nurk to be confident and comfortable playing, outside the three-point line and taking and making threes, and give us spacing, protect the rim on defense.
I remember when I came to the league 10 years ago, and Brook was on the post, and then it was insane. He transferred everything kind of outside.
I just see Nurk just being an ultimate teammate, keep getting better. The thing about Nurk, he listens to whatever coach wants him to do.
It's definitely something Nurk is starting to embrace more. I know he still want to be the beast, and we need him to be that. But I know Bud wants those 3 balls.
That's what we want out of coach, to further push us.
One of the things about Nurk is his passing ability is really unique. So hopefully just tapping into what Nurk has done well in the past and then helping him grow, and helping our spacing with his ability to shoot and make threes.
It upgrades my role in a bit, like more threes, more defense, more rebounds. I think that's something that I'm available and understand that I can do it.
Nurk will be launching from deep this season, and we'll likely hear the echoes of Shazam over the speakers at Footprint Center in honor of the late, great Al McCoy. We'll pay tribute to the voice of the Suns when we come back.
1 second remaining in the second overtime. Here's Perry to Gar Hurd. Here's the jump shot. Good! It's good! It counts! Gar Hurd ties it. We'll go to the third overtime. Now with 3. Now with 2. Wilson the corner. It's blocked by Hurd. And the Suns win it. The Suns win it.
Barkley holding it with 5, with 4, with 3. Puts up a long shot and scores it. He scores it.
Al McCoy left an indelible mark on Suns fans throughout the Valley and across the state of Arizona for 51 seasons. An unforgettable run that takes us all the way back to 1972.
I remember when we hired him and gave him an opportunity to do play-by-play. He was excited.
He's one of the greatest ever. I am amazed with him. I truly amazed. I wish my memory would be like Al McCoy's. I wish my energy to call games would be like him.
He established himself as a really good NBA announcer.
The Suns win. They're the Western Conference champions. And they move on Wednesday night to play the defending world champion Chicago Bulls for all the marbles.
I don't think anyone has, I know no one has had a bigger impact on, Phoenix Suns basketball, more than Al McCoy.
The way he came up with things for players, many of the nicknames that players picked up, he created.
Our first exhibition game was back in Mount Pleasant, Michigan at Central. Introduce us, the announcer at Central Michigan says, "Oh, Dan Thunder Marley," and I come out and Al picked up on it. Now, thankfully, he changed it and said Thunder Dan. And that's how it stuck, and it just went on from there. So Al changed it just enough where I liked it.
Lead pass Marley. Here's Thunder Dan. Whammo!
Announcers become like the identity for a team.
And they're going bananas at America West Arena. Oh, brother.
From being here from the beginning, all the way until now, he's embedded in the culture. He's embedded in the organization.
An icon. Very saddened, by his loss, and I think you see the reaction to the community speaks to the impact that he's had on the Suns organization, on Phoenix, and just across the basketball world.
It's incredibly hard. I think I've tried to reflect and say what an incredible career, what an incredible life.
And he was a very loyal guy. He loved the Suns. He enjoyed every minute of every broadcast.
It's playoff time in the NBA. And tonight at US Airways Center in downtown Phoenix, the opening round series between the Suns and the Los Angeles Lakers is set to continue.
Al was such a great guy, great part of our organization for 51 years. Amazing man. He was always so great to me, and he'll be missed around here.
And so I have great memories of traveling the circuit with Al, and late nights, him playing at piano bars and, telling stories. And another great guy for the Phoenix Suns who made a major contribution to the franchise.
Two of the guys I remember the most are Al McCoy and Joe Prosky. Those guys were thick as thieves on the road. And for some reason, they kind of took me under their wing. Both those guys were so good to me as a rookie, made me feel so comfortable. And me and Joe and Al would have long talks about things. And it was a special time for me because I was just a young kid coming out of Traverse City, man. I didn't know anything. I got these two legends just taking me under the wing and out on the road and having a blast.
Boston was leading by 12 in the first half. The gates opened for Thunder Dan, and Dan Marley came in and seemed to get things turned around.
I thank him personally for helping build the Phoenix Suns franchise.
We will be all sad that he's not there, but it's also, I think, important for me and all of us just to be incredibly grateful for all the years we had with Al, all the special moments, the special calls, everything he did to make Suns basketball unique and special.
We're gonna wear him on our jersey, to honor him and, hopefully play up to, his expectations.
Wearing this patch means something to me this year, so it's my job to further communicate to the guys that haven't been around here, how special of a person he was.
We'll just say so long for now.
Al's spirit will definitely live on with the Suns all season long with an Al patch on their jerseys, giving Book and the Suns added motivation to honor Al's legacy this season. When we come back, we go inside the Suns' war room, where Phoenix hit the jackpot in the NBA draft.
The war room, it was chaos, as a lot of people say. Cal, what you got? And luckily for us, the NBA has split the draft into 2 days. So we were able to come in with the focus strictly on the first round.
We spent the last 2 weeks going through all these different iterations and possibilities.
28 and 2 seconds for 22. Which 2 seconds? Give me right back to 1 second.
28 and 2 future seconds.
56 and 2 futures in 28. Give me 10 seconds, I'll call you right back. Just gotta run it. 56, 2 futures,
20
and 28.
28, 56, 20, 31 Denver second. Everyone agree that's
Good, Cal. So 56, 20, 26, and 20, 31.
And 28.
Got it.
And 28.
And 28. Yep.
Process.
All right. Okay. Appreciate it.
Done?
Done.
Done. Great job, guys. So why you
rolled out?
Got 3 seconds.
I'm good with Dunn. Those are our 2 favorite, Dunn and Oso.
All right, then Ryan Dunn it is.
Ryan Dunn?
Ryan Dunn it is. Good job.
Ryan Dunn. We got our guys
All right,
6
then
picks
Ryan Dunn
later
it
and
is.
got 3 second-round picks.
Ryan Dunn it is. Good job. The pick is Ryan Dunn, Virginia.
Great job.
Yo, man. Good work.
Got a guy in 3 seconds.
We wanted Ryan Dunn, so to get Ryan Dunn at 28, when we were targeting him at 22 as well, and get those picks is a win-win. But we're really, really proud of the job we did, and we have more stuff to do tomorrow.
We wanted to come out of the draft with Oso.
We're figuring out where we had to get him. We started with 56. We did not think he would get to 56.
Oso's the priority.
So we were working on how to get as close to 40 as possible. 51 and 56 for 40. I'll call you back in 30 seconds. 51, 56 for 40.
Unless we're taking Oso with it.
So we'd have to take Oso with it.
Yeah.
They keep telling us we're good, but
10 seconds, Brock.
Yeah, I say do it.
Everyone good?
Yep.
Brock, we're in 51, 56 for 40. You're gonna call us for the pick? Oso.
Good job.
Where's the pie? Woo!
Clean the pie.
Getting 51, 56 for 40 is a hell of a trade.
Cheers.
That trade to get 51 worked out.
Yep. Good job, Jeff. Sorry about that. Good job.
For us to end with Dunn and Oso in 2 second-round picks we didn't have, and we're really, really excited about it.
I always say that draft night, it's about the players that are drafted and the executive that drafts them. But none of this happens without the work of our team members that have been doing this for the last 364 days. I'm just fortunate to have a great team that I work with to make these days memorable and great.
The Suns got both of their targets in the draft, and judging by their early preseason returns, both could pay immediate dividends.
We were incredibly happy to get Ryan and Oso.
He's been pushing me and Ryan, and we definitely just try to take everything he says and make it happen. That's really our role as rookies, just to be coachable, be sponges, learn as much as we can.
You know, just being able just to understand the game and slow it down from my perspective, being able to anticipate what stuff's going to happen.
They've both had great summers. You know, probably more excited, you know, after having them for 2 months now.
I just want to get better each day and be ready. You never know when your name's going to be called in the NBA.
So really just to, you know, take everything in, every single moment. You're only a rookie for 1 year.
And, you know, I think for young players, especially on a good team, on a team with a lot of veterans, you know, I hope they can find a way to be productive and impact winning. But I think as important as anything that we're helping them grow and become professionals and setting them up for long-term success.
The rookies have already injected some youthful enthusiasm and spirit into this team, and boy, both of those guys can really play. Now it's on to the real deal, the regular season, which tips off in LA against the Clippers and Lakers. Then it's the Coca-Cola Fry's Food Store's home opener against the Mavericks. Special thanks to Mark Goldberg, Tommy Arguelles, and David Grappentine. We'll see you this season.